Hey y'all, it's Ann from What's Up Family Home. Welcome back to my kitchen, and today I have an exciting collab for you guys. This is a Fall Crockpot Palooza, and it's hosted by Tiffany at Small Town 6 and Jessica from Jessica My Rose. And we are bringing you some delicious crockpot recipes. And you will get a new video every last Wednesday of each month all the way to the end of December. So that's a lot of crockpot recipes. And I know you'll get some great inspiration from all these ladies. So I hope you'll go check out Jessica and Tiffany's channel. I'll have their channels linked below as well as the playlist so you can watch all the videos in this collab. And there are some great ladies in this collab, and they are great cooks. And there's a whole lot of people in this collab. So I know you'll want to watch all the videos. And I'll have all that information linked down below. And I found two delicious recipes. I found one on TikTok that I have been wanting to make with some tortellini, and it's an easy dump and go recipe. It only takes a couple minutes. And also I'm making a dessert, an apple dessert. It's called an apple pie dump cake. It was so good as well. And I've got that one in my small little crock pot. So I will turn you around and let's get started on these two delicious recipes. Okay, this first recipe is a creamy tortellini. And I saw this on TikTok and I just knew I had to make it. It looked really good and it's really easy to make. And I'm going to use a bag of frozen tortellini, a carton of chicken broth. I've got a block of Colby Jack. I'll probably use about half of that. I've got a block of cream cheese. I'm using a can of diced tomatoes. And I'm using a jar of my home canned chicken. But I've saw recipes online where you can use sausage, you could use ground beef, or you could make it a meatless dish. And I'm adding a bag of spinach. I've also seen people use frozen spinach, but I'm going to go ahead and use this bag since that's what I had on hand. And I'm going to go ahead and put the tortellini in the bottom of the crock pot. I've sprayed mine, but you could also use a crock pot liner if you'd like. And I think this would be good with some pumpkin ravioli if you had that. And I think that would be a good fall dish. And I'm going to add the spinach. I wish I would have added the whole bag. I only added about 3/4, even though I knew it was going to cook down. I thought it was going to be too much, but I didn't think it had enough spinach in there. So make sure if you use it, or if you use fresh spinach, use the whole bag. And I'm adding some of the chicken, or adding the whole jar of chicken. And then I'm going to add in some tomatoes. I think that if you use rotel, that would be good as well, or maybe just some tomatoes with chilies, that would be good too. And I'm going to add the block of cream cheese. And you know I got to add some onion powder. I have to add that into everything. And then I'm going to add in some garlic powder. I used a pretty good bit of garlic powder. And oregano. I could not find my Italian seasoning, so I just had to kind of grab some random things from the spice cabinet to use. And I'm also using some parsley flakes, even though I know that's not an Italian seasoning. I thought that would be good here too. I'm going to add some basil and add some thyme leaves. I thought that was pretty much what made up Italian seasoning. And I'm going to add about half that block of cheese. I think you could pretty much add any kind of cheese. I think I would add some pepper jack cheese if I had some. I think that would be really good in this. And I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. It's not in the recipe, but I love Parmesan cheese, so I thought it would be good here. And added salt and pepper, which I don't think I added enough salt. Next time I'll add a little bit more than that. And just put the lid on. Just make sure you don't overcook it. It cooked for about 2.5 hours. And now I'm going to go ahead and make my apple dump cake. I'm going to put in my apple pie filling, even though it looks like it cooked down a lot more than I would like, so it was kind of more like a sauce, but it was still good. Next time I'll maybe add some apples to it. And I've got some butter here, and I'll have the recipe linked below for the exact measurements. And I'm cutting the recipe in half, so I only used half of the cake mix. And I'm also adding the chopped pecans here. It's kind of like a streusel topping, so you'll just mix those three things together and it'll go over the top of the apple pie filling. And I'm adding some cinnamon, even though I don't think I added enough because I didn't even taste the cinnamon in this when I made it, after I tasted it, but it was still really good. I think next time I'll just add more cinnamon to it, but you don't think it's going to come together, but it does. And I'm just going to pour that over the apple. And you could also use a different kind of cake mix and a different kind of pie filling. And I just put that on low for a couple of hours and let it cook. And now the tortellini is done. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It makes this house smell so good. So you're just going to stir that around. And it's pretty much done. I don't think I used enough broth. When I saw the recipe on TikTok, it was a little bit more creamy. I paired this with a salad. I just made a simple salad with some cheese, tomato, and onions. And this was amazing, y'all. It was so good, and it took just minutes to put together. So I hope you guys make this because it was delicious. We all loved it. And then, y'all, this apple pie dump cake, oh my goodness, it made the house smell so good. This was like fall in a crock pot. And just look, when you take the spoon and all that bubbly goodness comes up, oh my gosh. I just hate that I did not have any vanilla ice cream for this because this was so good. And it was another recipe that was easy to put together. And I can't wait to try different pie fillings and different cake mixes. This is going to be so good, especially when it's like really cold outside and you've got some of that cold ice cream on that hot cake. Y'all just don't know. We love this, and I've got to go run and put vanilla ice cream on my Walmart order right now. Y'all, those recipes were amazing. I will have the recipes linked down below. And I'll also have Jessica and Tiffany's channel linked down below. Make sure you go check out their channels and like and subscribe, and then go check out the playlist. You'll get some great inspiration for some crockpot recipes. They're really good cooks in this collab, and there's a lot of ladies in this collab. So make sure you go check out all their channels. And if you're coming from one of their channels and you've never been here before, I just want to say hey and welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm so glad you're here. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you'll like and subscribe and hit that like button and the notification bell and be notified every time I post a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.